So I just talked about self-confidence, and that leads me on to the next thing, which is, do you have the confidence to move from being employed to self-employed? Do you have the confidence to start your own business? I could put that question another way and say, do you believe in your ability, or do you believe in yourself, or in your dream of being self-employed? Because if you do, then perhaps it's time to begin to take the first steps towards that direction. What does that mean? Well, let me ask you a few questions. Do you have what it takes to start your own business? Do you have what it takes to be self-employed? 3 things I think you need. 3 qualities, shall we say. 1, organizational ability. Are you an organized person? Now, don't worry if you're not too organized. Don't worry if your desk is a bit disorganized. That's okay. At least you recognize your shortfalls and you can begin to work on it. You know the areas where you need to improve. So you need to be an organized person. You need to be able to organize yourself, organize your business, and organize your team if you get onto building a team. 3, that's 1 is the organized. Number 2, you need a little bit of courage. And as I always say about courage, courage is not the absence of fear. If there is no fear, if there is no anxiety, then perhaps you are a little bit, shall we say, overconfident or taking things for granted. There has to be some measure of fear. But courage is moving on, taking the next steps, irrespective or in spite of the fear. Every time I start something, I'm always anxious. Sometimes I keep awake all night and I don't sleep, thinking about the next day, thinking about the interview, thinking about what I'm doing at work. Will I make my bills at the end of the month? But irrespective of all that, I still get up in the morning and go to work. I still get up in the morning and go about doing the business, getting on with the projects which I have set out to do. So, courage is not the absence of fear. You just need to be a courageous person. Take the steps towards the direction of your dream. And number 3, more importantly, you need to be action-oriented. As I always say, talk is cheap. You cannot talk yourself into being self-employed. You've got to take the steps. You've got to do the things that need to be done to become a self-employed person. So we've talked of organizing yourself or your organizational ability. I've talked about courage, and I've talked about being action-oriented. Move from employed to being self-employed, if that's what you want to do.